Well, good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Like, you know how there's like mating season. You know, in the animal kingdom, there's a certain time of year. You know, remember that in Ace Ventura? You know, there's a certain time of year that the animals get it on. Springtime, you're starting to see the little baby goats, little baby horses, the calves and all that. And there's seasons, right? The leaves start to change. There's a time for certain things. Well, is this like, are we in like dumbass athlete season? Are we in like stupid, borderline retarded jock season? Because I got two stories I'm going to do. The first one we're going to talk about NFL player TERRELL SUGGS. I don't know if he's still playing. He's at the end of his career. Maybe he retired. I don't know. Who gives a shit? He spent most of his career in Baltimore with the Ravens. I think he played for the Arizona Cardinals. And anyway, body cam footage is just released of this stupid son of a bitch at Starbucks drive-thru in Phoenix, I believe, in Arizona somewhere. And he allegedly backs up in the driveway, the drive-thru backs up. It's very rare that you need to back up in a drive-thru, especially with a car behind you. Did you drop your credit card or something? So they're in the drive-thru, and the video picks up with him backing up and allegedly backing into this guy's car. So they both get out and they're talking, and he's like, "Oh, you ran into me." "No, I didn't." Blah 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 blah. It didn't even get profane. There wasn't even any profanity. There's no aggressive behavior. They didn't get up in each other's face. So what happens next is even more weird, more strange. So they get back in their cars. TERRELL SUGGS, and it's being filmed from the POV of the person in the car who is behind him. So they both get in their cars. Suggs takes off. He goes up a few feet, maybe 10 feet or so in the drive-thru. I'll put a link in the description box to all this. He pulls forward, then he stops. And you see his arm come out the driver's side window, and he has a gun in his hand. Now, he doesn't point it at the guy. He has it pointed at the ground, but just sticks his arm out the window to brandish this firearm. How stupid are you? And I was talking to one of the dads of the kids that play on my son's football team. By the way, they had their first game last weekend. They won 55-0. They got the Jamboree this weekend, next weekend. I'm pumped. So we were talking about this yesterday, and I was telling him, you know, for anybody to do something like that is so stupid. There's a responsibility that comes along with owning a firearm. There's a greater responsibility that comes along with carrying a firearm in public. You dumbass. You could hurt or kill somebody with that fucking firearm. That's why people like dumbass TERRELL SUGGS, and I don't want to hear shit about no CTE, DVD, ABC, whatever that shit is called. I don't want to hear it. Because your brain wasn't too damaged for you to drive around in a fucking Range Rover. So people who do shit like that, dumb shit with guns, DUIs, taking other people's lives in your hands unnecessarily. People like that who do that, they're dumb enough. They're a big enough piece of shit. They're a big enough moron to do something like that. A selfish prick. Human garbage. That's enough. But then you have somebody like these athletes who has the money to keep themselves out of more stupid situations than the average person, like a DUI. There's a number they can call where a car will pick them up anywhere on earth with an F. But no, you got to be like that dumb shit Ruggs a couple years ago that hopped in his Lambo or whatever it was, doing 150 miles an hour and killing a woman and her dog. See, you guys need to be punished extra because you have a number you can call. Not to mention all the money you have. You can call a fleet of Ubers to take your bitch ass home. But you decide to get shit-faced and hop behind the wheel. So you're extra dumb. Terrell Suggs, you're a millionaire. You need to act accordingly. You need to act like a millionaire. There's a rapper named Redman. There's a line in one of his songs where he says, "You're a champagne hoe with Kool-Aid money." Well, Terrell Suggs, you're a Kool-Aid hoe with champagne money, you stupid ass. What if the guy behind you was about that life? What if the guy behind you was with the shit? Oh, you want the shit? You'll get the shit. What movie is that from? R.I.P. Clarence Williams. What if that dude was down for it? He pulls his gun out and shoots your stupid ass. Then it's already bad enough that he had to kill somebody, because contrary to the narrative of the left, holding a gun in your hand does not make you a bloodthirsty savage. So chances are that guy didn't want to have to shoot your punk ass. Then he finds out he shot your punk ass for nothing. You weren't really going to shoot him. You were just fucking around. I was just pulling it out. You don't ever pull it out for no reason. That goes for guns and dicks, right, fellas? If you're not going to use it, don't be pulling it out. So what were you trying to do? You trying to scare him? You trying to show him how tough you are, even though you're like 6'4", 260 pounds with muscles everywhere? Is there really just a little teeny tiny bitch inside? Remember in Men in Black where they opened that dude up and there's this little tiny alien inside of him controlling his body? Is that what it is, Terrell Suggs? You're this big muscle-bound jock, this tough guy. But inside is a little boy that didn't get enough hugs. I'm 8-year-old Terrell Suggs. I know I look big and tough on the outside, but on the inside, I'm just a big pussy. Sounded like Mickey Mouse. Oh, Terrell, you're pretty stupid. You dumb shit. And when they do stuff like this, like I said, I don't know if he's retired or not, but when these athletes do shit like this, DUIs, punch their wife in the face, pull out a gun like Plexico Burress, and accidentally shot himself in the leg in a nightclub, could have shot somebody in the head because he was on the upper level and there were people down below him on the dance floor. When they do shit like that, there should be a minimum of a year out of the league per infraction. There need to be consequences that these fools are going to respond to. They need to lose something. They need to lose time. You only have a handful of years to be in the NFL unless you're Tom Brady, unless you're somebody like a lineman, that doesn't really get a lot of, catastrophic injuries, running backs, receivers, shit like that. Those guys usually don't have super long careers. Or if they do, they end up like Earl Campbell after their career. At least a year. You're a dumbass. You have the means to stay out of stupid situations like that. Why don't you have security? You think you need to pull out your gun? Have some security. Because you're too stupid to own a firearm. That's another thing. He should have his right to bear arms. His Second Amendment should be revoked. Because you've proven to us that you can't handle it. You can't handle a Second Amendment. Rights come with responsibility. It's tethered to responsibility. It's not just, nah, man, do it. If it feels good, do it. There's no responsibility. There's no repercussions. There's no blowback. Freedoms are free. No, they're not. They come at a price, and they come with responsibility. Meet me in the comments. Talk to me, Goose. What do you think about these dumbass athletes? All this money they have, and they still keep putting themselves in dumbass situations, especially with guns and DUIs, because people can die from that shit. You pull your gun out, you don't know shit about it, you don't respect it, and it goes off and you kill somebody. Or you hop your stupid, retarded ass behind the wheel of a car, you're blinded drunk, falling down drunk, and you hop behind the wheel of a car and kill somebody. I've told you guys before, I have an uncle who was killed by a drunk driver. I hold a special pit of hate, white hot hate in my heart for people who drive drunk. You kill somebody driving drunk? Something very, very horrible, unthinkable, and painful should happen to you for doing that shit, because you took other people's lives in your fucking hands. Marshawn Lynch, they found him passed out behind the wheel of his car after he crashed it drunk. But he's on TV making commercials and shit, making movies. You could have killed somebody, you dumbass. And what are you going to say after you kill that person, after you plow into their vehicle? And it's probably going to be a good person who did all kinds of great things, had their life ahead of them. Family loved them, neighbors loved them, friends loved them, the town loved them. And here you come, shit-faced, and you kill him. What are you going to do? You're going to stand up there and say, I'm sorry. My bad. I want to apologize to my fans. That ain't going to do shit. Those parents are going to still get up every day, and they're going to stand in the doorway of their son or daughter's room and cry themselves into sickness because of your stupid fucking ass. Meet me in the comments. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. I'm out.